Hello everybody, AJ Ryzik here, and today we've got the next video in our WordPress tutorial series, and today we will be looking at how to import and export your content from one blog to the next. In my case, I talked about how I've got a couple of different blogs and I'm going to move all the content to one blog, so I've only got one blog that I need to maintain, update, add content, all that kind of stuff. Try to simplify my life. But anyway, the whole import and export thing, it's pretty easy to do, and it's essentially a built-in function of the WordPress. If you come to your WordPress dashboard, and here we are, this is on my Aria Prime website, and we're on our dashboard here. Come down to Tools, and there's an import and export available. Let's go to export, which is where we're at right now, and you can see right here you can choose what to export. You can select all content. This will include all of your posts, pages, comments, custom fields, terms, navigation menus, and custom posts. Or maybe you only want to export the post or only the pages. You can go and select those and go from there. Now, there are plugins that you can add that will allow you even more control over what you export. And I was just kind of looking at some of those here. And I just did a quick blog export search in the from the plugin function. You can see customize, import, export, WordPress exporter, widget importer, export to Excel. I mean, you can see there's a lot of importers and exporters available for moving your blog around and picking and choosing what to move. But in my case, I'm going to do all content, so I've selected all content. Yeah, content. I can't talk today. Wow. Download export file, and this is all the content. And you'll get a pop-up box. It's got downloads, and I'll put this in this WordPress folder for me. And be sure to give it a title that you're going to recognize, so that if you're like me and got tons and tons of files on your computer, make sure that you know what this file is. So Chronicles of Aria Prime. Okay, that's good. Let's try content export. And we'll save that. Give it a second to save. All right. So now let's go to, here's the dashboard for my ajryzik.com, our new site. So we're going to go to import, and you can see there's a whole bunch of things that you can import from an RSS, from Tumblr, from LiveJournal, Blogger, Blogroll, all that kind of stuff. So we're just going to select WordPress because we're coming from WordPress, and it's going to install a plugin that will import those. Yeah, let's run that. Anyway, it's going to install a plugin that will import that file for us. Okay, so now we're going to choose a file from your computer. Let's choose that. We'll go to the file that we find, my downloads folder here. There we go. Downloads, WordPress, and Chronicles of Aria Prime content export. All right, we chose that file. Click on Upload File and Import, and just wait for it to do its thing. All right, Now here it says assign authors. To make it easier for you to edit and save the imported content, you may want to reassign the author. So import author. What I always do is, unless there is a reason, and I don't think, yeah, I didn't have any guest posts on that blog, so this isn't an issue. But you may have, if you're moving things around, you may have had on the previous blog maybe a guest post, or maybe it was a team collaboration project. This is going to be a little more involved. This whole import author thing, there's going to be one that pops up for every author that was on that particular blog. In my case, it was only me, so it kind of simplifies it. And then, so I'm just going to go here and select, I made my username AJ Ryzik. So it's the same as what it was before, but, might as well go this route just to make sure that everything gets imported correctly. And then I do want to import any attachments. Click submit and let it do its thing. It's very easy to do. Alright, so our import has completed, and let's take a look at how we did. Let's come over to post, all posts, and you can see all of our posts from over at the other site have imported, as well as any tagging that I had done. That was all imported. The categories, and most of these didn't have comments on it, but I'm sure if we go and look through there, the comments will have been imported also. And let's just go and view one of these here. And as you can see, the post is there. In the case of this one, I basically all of my YouTube videos, I do just a short post that is essentially just a link to the actual YouTube video. And there's actually two reasons for it. One, anybody that comes to my site can see, here's what I have recently done, on YouTube. And then also, I mentioned in one of the previous videos when I talked about plugins, using the Tweetly plugin. And so now, using that Tweetly plugin, it will throw out a tweet about all of my YouTube videos, or this particular YouTube video, and like I said, I usually set it up so it throws out a tweet once an hour or so. As far as social media goes, I'm most active on Google Plus, but from the standpoint of self-promotion for the blog and for YouTube and all the stuff that I'm involved in, I still do want to have a presence on Twitter. It's just good marketing for yourself, good promotion, and this kind of lets me do a little bit of that, and I don't have to spend quite as much time on Twitter to maintain a presence there. Now, I mentioned earlier about you can import from Blogger, and I thought I might talk a little bit about this because a lot of people, they get their feet wet with blogging with Google's Blogger. And to start out with, it's not a bad platform to start out with, but a lot of people, after they get playing around with it for a while, they realize the limitations of Blogger and want to move on to WordPress or one of the other blogging platforms that gives you a lot more freedom to do whatever it is that you want. So anyway, if you want to move from Blogger, you would just pick a blog, and if you come down to settings, other, under blog tools, you'll see an import and export blog. You can do an export blog and basically just follow the directions there. And then importing, it's going to be essentially the same as what I did before. Let me find down to tools, import. In this case, you would select that you're importing from Blogger, and essentially just follow the directions. And that is pretty much it as far as importing, exporting, that sort of thing. As always, give us a big old thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. Comments, questions, all that kind of stuff, leave that down below. I will answer it as soon as possible. And I look forward to seeing you on the next video. Thanks a lot.